What is happening, guys? Another day, another patrol. You know how it is. Today we got units that are looking for a boat. So they're looking for a person in a boat, and they just lost 20 on the person as well. We got officers that are interacting with people. That's usually good. That's how, community policing is. Officers are not better than people. We don't want the cops always, driving or being on a boat. Sometimes you gotta interact with people, and that is what makes a better policing. To be a better cop, you have to know what your community is. You have to interact with them. We don't need to hold a special events to do that. Cops always do come and check on civilians. They have conversations with them. We can go ahead and check out what they're talking about if you guys want to see how a typical life is. So they're talking about boats and stuff. So, and the maritime, which is our navy. And then we got a officer here that's doing a traffic stop. I don't know where that person came from. I don't see the officer, so we're gonna go ahead and... Oh, okay, I see him. We're gonna go ahead and back him up real quick and make sure everything is good. So he gave him his ID, and we're gonna go ahead and just keep an eye on him pretty much right now. This unit's still looking for the boat. Let's follow the rules. We're good on this department. Can I get a name and badge from the person to my right? Yep. Name is Officer Cal 6. Badge number PD1. Sure. When there is no U-turn, can I make a U-turn? Depends where you do a U-turn on. If you pass the yellow lines, that's a no. Yeah. Stay put until the officer is done. Then we can talk. Yeah. Hang tight. So I'm gonna find out what happened, and we're gonna see if he's gonna receive a citation or not. U-turn. Yeah. Okay. Turned while it was red. Yeah. Boss is here. So, supervisor is here. He's gonna deal with it, and I'm gonna go keep an eye on the hang tight, sir. Supervisor is arrived, and we'll talk to you soon. So, pretty much right now, what he said was he made a U-turn right here, but it was a red light, so that's illegal U-turn. And he did, make a U-turn on a red light. So, because of that, we have to let them know. I only have $1 on me. Ooh, the fire department is here. I don't know why, but I feel like the fire department. This is their the command special operation command vehicle. That's a dope car. So they're double checking and making sure everything is good in that order. Let's go find out what they're saying. So we're gonna stand with here, so I can. So he's pointing out how he was. So he was here, and then he made a U-turn on a red light. So that's so he was right here. You guys could comment down below. Is that considered a illegal U-turn if it's a red light and he turns red? And it says right here, it says no turn on red. So technically, yes, he did because. But what do you guys think? Comment down below too. What do you guys think on this one? If he makes a U-turn right here, and if you turn at all, it's an illegal U-turn. Yeah, see, he also said it. The sergeant knows it. See, that's how you know by their ranks as well. So it also says no turn on red as well. So I'm gonna cite him for it. I'll talk to him. Yep, that's perfect. Yep, because you need the supervisor to talk to him so he can. So what seems to be the issue? So this is typical community policing. Like that's how it is done. In the sense, you need a supervisor. So in this case, supervisor is here. Kinda regular patrol. Good. You see the intersection behind? Yeah. You see the intersection behind? I made a U-turn at the green light. I made a U-turn in the green light in that correct lane. So he said in a green light. Okay. When I asked the officer why I was stopped and brung that up, there was no sign saying I couldn't. He said there's no sign saying you can't. True. He's not lying. But if you say it can't, then you really can't. But But in this case, he turned left on a U-turn, on a green. He made a U-turn. Sorry, on a green. So I mean on a red. So that makes it tough. When the legal statute clearly states that there's no requirement to be a no U-turn sign to make it illegal. Okay. There's no present. There's none present, which makes this stop completely unlawful. Okay. Let's see. I mean, it is lawful from the point of view of what the officer said. It is lawful if if it was a red light. So red. Okay, so the officer is saying the light was red. So if what the officer says is true, then what the driver did is wrong. If it was green, then the driver is in the correct. But it's hard to know. It's a he should. Most likely in this case, the officer's word. You're changing your story now so you can get me on it. It was green. Yeah. I will take you to court. I did. Sorry, I did not. I came to back up the officer. I wonder if the light was green. Yeah. Ask him if he has a video of on his dash cam. Yeah. So we're gonna check if he has a video. You have any video of this incident? I have a witness. Oh, you do? Okay. Do they have a video of the evidence? Does their officer have evidence? Nope. So yeah, this is turned into a hearsay. In court, we call the situation a hearsay. Now, the officer, in court, in this case, if it went straight to court, the officer's story would hold more water. But it takes any good defense lawyer to basically pick apart the officer. Now, in this case, this person is claiming that the officer is changing his story. Now, if a defense lawyer can get the officer to change his story in court, then none of the story would hold up. But in this case, it's hard to know. So it's kind of like it's tricky. So in this case, that's why the court they call it a hearsay. Now, but they will believe the officer more. Can you explain the light was not red? So it's kind of tricky. I mean, what do you guys think down below? What do you comment on your thing? Like, what do you guys think? In this case, I would say it's up to the discretion of the officer. This is why I would just release the person for the sake of it. But Since I don't want to deal with court, let's all drop the case. We can do that too. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I would do. That's why I always record, um, and give him a fair warning. So I guess he's just gonna give him a warning. I'm gonna give you whether or not they're gonna give you. So yeah, this is basically typically how it's done. I mean, this is a pure textbook traffic stop. Officer, now the sergeant did come to look at the story. How the officer told it so far is true, and it's true. And if it was true, then it would be real, and that the driver would be in the wrong. But the driver is also saying that what the officer is saying is wrong. This is why I always record my patrols in case I get sued or anything like that. I have evidence against me. In this case, if he had it, then he would be totally fine. So yeah. So I guess he's giving him a verbal warning. He already has my my badge number. All right. Looks like done. Yeah, I'm guessing. All right. I'll go ahead back to my squad car and try to finish some paperwork as well. I also have to get ready for court because I do have the court for that guy, that shooter from earlier. I do plan on pressing charges as well, so I have to fill out my case submission paper. So basically, suspect's name, charges that I want. So I would post it here, and then when, what date, the location. In this case, it was at CD, so it would be like I'd look at the time, the date, and then I would put the evidence right here. Then once I'm done, I would say sign and send, and it would send it to them, and they will look at those evidence provided, and yeah, sure. No problem.